Busted my leg. Good. You got pictures here. I broke it between the knee and the ankle. I had just pulled into hunt camp up here in Colorado to hang out for a few days. And that right there, and then up there. It was something real simple. I was climbing out of a pickup truck. I had transferred down to the floorboard, and I was getting ready to transfer into my chair and just slip forward with my legs underneath me, and my right leg here, those are hospital socks. It got twisted underneath me, and I heard the pop, and I got back in the chair, and the whole foot just flopped over to the side, and there was a big lump of bone sticking out right here. It didn't break the skin, thank goodness. And so yeah, they called for the paramedics and the crews, and they came out to camp. Guys put me by the fire, got me all warmed up. The local sheriff showed up, got my leg straightened out, and then I took an ambulance ride into Wrangell, Colorado, where they did an amazing job of taking care of me. And going in the ambulance, the paramedics, everybody had the thought that I'd be going over to Grand Junction and spending a few nights in the hospital, getting surgery, getting pins dropped in. But thankfully they were able to pop my leg back into place and put a cast on, so I got the full cast. It starts way up in my crotch and goes down to my ankle. It's a walking cast. I'm not going to try and show you. You'll get to see it at some point probably, but yeah, it was not good. You know, this trip I've been having so much fun. And this was becoming one of the highlights of my trip, and still ended up being probably the highlight of the trip, even though I busted my leg and ended the trip before getting down to Lake Powell and the Green River, and probably not going to get down to back home real soon. I'm actually going to have to try and drive out to Oregon and crash out with my family for 6 weeks and let this thing heal. A lot of prayer, and hopefully the x-rays turn out good in 2 weeks and show that the bone's healing. It's tough because we can't put a real cast on my leg because I can't feel it, and it could cause problems and I wouldn't know, and there's a lot of issues, so I'm bummed to an extent. I guess it's just a turn in the journey. Not really feeling too bummed. It was neat to be up here with this hunting crew camp of brothers that took awesome care of me. You saw the pictures of them fixing my chair up after I got back to camp, and the people down at the hospital in Wrangell, and the sheriff, and everybody. Just good, simple, down-to-earth people that like to take care of each other, and that always blesses me to see that, and you know, see a little bit of God in this world, and I enjoy that. So now I get to trek from Colorado to Oregon. That'll be a trick, trying to keep my legs stable and drive. Neat. I still got to sit around the campfire, still got to shoot the shit with everybody, and just good people with good hearts that made this real easy for me. Being a paraplegic and not being able to feel my leg has probably made it a little bit easier too, but of course that's what got me into the situation anyways. But that's the way life goes. Can't take care of it all, can't be in control of it all. And I feel fortunate to have been around the people I was and not be up in the hills somewhere all by myself trying to transfer into the wheelchair and fall and break my leg, or out in the middle of the lake and hit my head on a rock, and there's just a lot of different things. But this was just an everyday life movement that got me and has changed my next few months probably. So, but that's okay. That's the way it goes. I accept it. And still happy to be here, enjoying life. I got my critter. She's a little tired. She had to watch me go away in an ambulance last night. Thankfully she was here with these guys, and they put her in their trailer, and she hopped right up into bed and made herself at home. And they're all good folks to have helped me out like this, and even after I break my leg they want me to come back next year and feel loved. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing family. I'm sorry that it has to be under these circumstances, but I guess the road trip was supposed to change, and that's what it's doing. So who knows when I'll turn the camera back on, but I've had a lot of fun canoeing on the lakes I got to go to, and I tested the boat out real good. I got a lot of stuff worked out on it. It's hard to even imagine trying to float up the Inside Passage next year after this just happened, but it's bones heal. So we'll see what happens next, and any future adventures, I'll be in front of the camera. So I'm driving back home to Oregon. I left hunt camp this afternoon, the elk hunting camp, with all of the great folks there that helped me get on the road so I can get to Oregon and get this leg healed up. Laura's taking care of it right now with her muddy paw. I keep having all these awful thoughts about it not healing, and you gotta understand the break right here. On Wednesday night I was holding one hand down close to my ankle and one hand just below my knee, and I literally had, you know, two separated parts of bones in my hand. You could see it sticking up against the skin, and you could just tell by holding it that it wasn't connected. You were holding the bone and there was a break in between. So I'm on the road back to Oregon, and it's the same drive that I took when I did the 14-month road trip a few years ago to try and find a sailboat. That didn't work out. Whatever. I'm on the same road, and it's actually kind of neat because I get to relive some of the memories of driving my old Jeep Wagoneer in that lane, the oncoming lane, coming this way, all the way from Bend, Oregon to, well, I crossed the Rockies and went down to Florida. So yeah, traveling down the same road, and it's neat to see things that remind me. I saw a gas station that I stopped at, and a restaurant that I got internet service at when I was uploading videos every day. And now I'm about to go through some really pretty country that I remember. A lot of really neat rock bluffs with different colors. There's snow on all the foothills, or the mountains. Not on the foothills, but the mountains. And yeah, hopefully I can be back in Oregon in the next 2 days. I'll just sit in the driver's seat until I get there, peeing in a bottle, hanging everything else out the door, sleeping with the seat reclined, and just not move that leg for 2 days till I get to Oregon. And that's that. That's what I'm doing. The journey is what it is. Just saw some tracks on the other side of the highway there where someone had gotten stuck out in the salt flats between the two lanes of freeway here. And I was wondering if they were my old tracks from when I got stuck out here so many miles ago. They were all filled in with water, nice and deep. Looked just like the way I messed up and got towed out. Yeah. Salt flats, still got a long ways to go. Can't even catch a break right now. I just burnt my other foot badly. I'm still in Nevada, trying to get back to Oregon. Pulled over to the gas station and cleaning my seat out because I've been shitting myself, and then I've brought my foot up. I guess the heater burning. I don't know. It doesn't even feel hot over there. It's just my foot's still flopping around in the cast. I don't think it's even close to being connected. Got 5 hours of driving, and I get the feeling that my night's gonna end in the hospital. About a quarter mile behind me is where I ran out of gas in the Jeep Wagoneer 3 years ago. I was having a lot more fun being stuck on the side of the road with a Jeep out of gas and hauling ass down it with legs going to shit. Sometimes I just can't seem to stay ahead. Still can't figure out how I fried myself. Seems that running the heater all trip, they don't get that hot.
The longest touchdown against the Broncos is just 7 yards. So impresses me along
vision of me and Nora burnt inside the car on the side of the road with the cops and everybody else pulling up wondering what the hell happened. Just 2 bodies fried inside a car for no reason at all. Not healthy thoughts, no.
Offensively, the numbers though is quite different from last year.
We gotta get better.
Averaging 26 points a game. That's just 6th best in Mountain West.
I don't even know why I shouldn't even be putting this on video, right? I'm not supposed to.
The offensive yardage, 374 this year. That's 7th out of 9 in the Mountain West.
No reason to do all this. This isn't entertainment. This isn't fun.
Last year, 451, each 9th best in the NCAA.
This is me needing to shut the camera off.
This red zone, although it looked like.
Feels good to be back in Oregon. About 3.5 hours away from home. I'm not all pissed off like I was last time, but still in dire straits, I guess. I don't know. Can't feel the lower half of my body, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the leg's bleeding. I mean, how bad the burn is, don't know. I was getting the call from home that I needed to pull over and call 911, which was some good advice probably, but I feel confident that I can make it into Medford. It's not crazy. I'm not bleeding to death. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna make it into Medford and then probably check into a hospital. I'll get the motherly nurse's opinion and go from there. Either go see a doctor on Monday or check into a hospital today. So I'm enjoying the sights, the snow, the trees, because hopefully I don't have to go in and have surgery or something. I won't see any trees for a well, I don't know, a couple of days. My last hospital stint was 6 weeks when I got hurt, so I really am not ever excited about going back to a hospital. They're great places, they take good care of you. Friendly people, there to help you, but all in all, there's no pine trees, no snow, no storms, no beauty. I guess, I don't know. Try to see the positive, man. Here's the deal. Decisions make absolutely no sense to me, because there's the decision to pull over and call. Maybe I am gonna have a heart attack, maybe I got a blood clot, maybe I'm bleeding, maybe not. There's an option, so maybe that's a smart decision. Maybe driving to Medford's not the smart decision. Maybe the smart decision was not to sit on the running board of the pickup truck and get into the wheelchair that way. I thought it was a smart decision. I saw it as the easiest, safest way to get out of the van. Ended up breaking my leg. You know, decisions, You can make the smart ones, you can make the bad ones. Seems to be a certain driving force behind life that you're gonna wind up in certain places no matter what decisions you make. Amen. So be thankful you're saved, right? I hope. Otherwise, you're as good as a hamburger. Feels good to be somewhere where I've been on the road a few times. Just got through Klamath Falls and gonna be home in a bit. So yeah, I'll stop talking at some point and turn it back on when I got something better to talk about. That's all I'm gonna do right now. See ya. Leg is kind of flopping around, so I am following the family to the hospital and probably not gonna be awake. I don't know. Gonna get put to sleep. Wake up with a bunch of cast and instructions.